For whatever reason, the Office of the Superintendent has now suggested that we increase that stress test a little bit further in hopes of trying to cool down a really hot COVID housing market.
If you're looking to borrow money to buy a home as of June 1st, you may find the amount you qualify for in a mortgage has gone down. The Government of Canada has raised the financial minimum people must meet when applying for a mortgage as Canadian home sales continue to surge during the pandemic. According to the Canadian Real Estate Association, home sales were up by more than 250% on a year-to-year basis heading into April, one full year after the pandemic started. Mortgage broker Chad Wilson says he doesn't think the increased stress test will cool off the Canadian housing market as intended.
I think if anything, the actual rule itself has proven not to be effective. It hasn't been, and a small increase like this, I don't think it's going to have any change at all.
The stress test is increasing from 4.79 to 5.25%, or 2 percentage points higher than the borrower's mortgage rate. For example, Wilson says a household income of $100,000 in May would qualify for about $494,000 on a mortgage. After June 1st, that's reduced to $473,000, about a 4% impact to a maximum purchase price. A statement from the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions reads, "In a complicated and sometimes volatile housing market, the need for sound mortgage underwriting cannot be underestimated. The rate in place as of June 1st, 2021 will help support financial resilience should economic circumstances change. While our commitment to review the qualifying rate at least annually will contribute to continued confidence in the Canadian financial system."
We ended up putting in an offer. There were 8 offers in total, and the house ended up selling for $80,000 over asking.
Patrice Williams, a recent home buyer, understands why efforts are in place to cool off a hot housing market. Williams spent 4 months bidding on homes up to $50,000 over ask, only to be outbid.
Every single place that we had offered on had at least 5 offers.
Williams says the process had her in tears at times, but thankfully she found a house going up for sale, not yet advertised on the market. She quickly made the sellers an offer, and they accepted. As for Wilson, he says if the goal is to ice this hot housing market in Canada, it has more to do with available inventory than increasing the stress test.
It's a supply issue. The issue for housing demand has nothing to do with people's sort of ability to make payments. It's the prices are being driven up because there's no supply.
In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.